Hello, welcome back to part 2 of my digital imaging tutorial. In part 1 we looked at photo merge and we created this composite digital version of the original painting. What I want to show you in part 2 is how to resize this artwork for print output, which is a very common concern for many students. So we'll just remind you, the size of this Photoshop scan composite, if you like to call it that, you might remember is close to 60 centimeters by 74 centimeters. So it's a lot larger than A3. It's kind of closer to A2, even A1. What some people do is they go straight to image size under the image menu in Photoshop, and they muck around with these dimensions. They get in there and say, okay, I know that A3 is 42 centimeters by 29.7, but you can see the problem. You know, if your scan or your canvas or your original art is not in proportion to the print sizes, you're going to be here half the day trying to get it right. So and you can see it's gone from 172 megabytes down to 56. That's very economical, but I don't do this method. I'll show you my method, which is it's based on copy and paste, and it's very simple to follow if you just pay attention. Now I'm going to cancel this and I'll show you how I would do it. So let's say I would like to get an A3 print of this artwork, and so this is the way I would do it. I would select all the canvas, Command A. I would then copy, or Command C. So far, very simple. So I'd copy the entire canvas from the original scan, and then I would go to Photoshop, File, and New, and I would choose from here my target paper size. Okay, we're talking digital printing, so you've got the luxury of choosing these default paper sizes. If you wanted something bigger than A3 that wasn't listed in the preset, you would have to know the measurements, and so you'd have to look that up. But just to keep it really simple, I want A3, these are the dimensions, there's the resolution, color mode for now, I'll leave it at RGB, but some printers would ask you to change that to CMYK, and then you click OK. So this is my target. This is where I want to paste my scan. Remembering, there's the original scan, and this is my new canvas size, which is A3. And then guess what? It's as simple as going to Edit and Paste, or Command V. Now, be mindful, because we're pasting a large scan into a smaller canvas, you're going to have to transform it or resize it to fit. And that's easy enough, because you just go to Edit and choose Free Transform, or Command T. And these handles appear, and you can see it's much bigger than the A3 canvas that I've just created. Now, when you're transforming, please remember to always hold the Shift key down on your keyboard before you go to stretch the corners and shrink the artwork. So it's a combination of resizing by pressing and dragging the corners inwards with the Shift key down, and you resize it to fit. Now, as you've probably just discovered, the painting that I scanned is not in proportion with my A3 print size. So I'm going to have to make a decision here. I will have to crop the painting. Okay? If I want to cover the entire canvas, A3 that is. If you want the entire painting printed, you'll then have to do this. You'll have to basically shrink it and place it onto the canvas like that. And that's what you'll get back from the printer, or that white space. And that's okay, it's up to you. You can then print it, get a frame to suit, get a custom framer to fix it up for you, and Bob's your uncle. I've got actually, my uncle's Andrew, but that's beside the point. Anyway, I don't want to do that. I am going to crop it So a little bit of artistic license. I'll position it there. And then once you're happy with your transform function, you press return on the keyboard, and you've got yourself an A3 canvas. And you would do the same thing with A4. So again, new, international paper, unless you knew the size. I want A4 now. And then you go paste, Command V, Command T, and then you make it fit by using that transform function, once again, with your shift key pressed down. And you'll have to decide the cropping, of course, just like you did before. And I'll just move it across there, press return to accept it. And here I have my A4 canvas ready to go to the printer. Just as a matter of interest, the file size is 25 megs for A4. For A3, it's going to be bigger. It's about 50 megs. And the original one, which is over here, you might remember, is a whopping 172.9 megs. But that's the original one. And look, from here on, you are able to flatten this, flatten image, and save it in the format that the printer wants it. Some printers want PDF, and some printers want TIFF. If you choose PDF, just be mindful that when this next window appears, not that one, sorry, this one, just be mindful that that should be on high quality print, because that's what the printer wants. And then you click on save. So hopefully that made sense. That's pretty much the way I resize my scans to fit my file outputs or my print output sizes. And it's from there, it's a no-brainer. So thanks again for watching. That's part 2, over and out. I'll see you at part 3.